Welcome. It's Friday. Unless you work tomorrow, Saturday, then I feel sorry for you. And I work on Sunday because I work retail, I work at Walmart. Um, so yeah. Oof, it's so tough to find a job that will give you weekends off. But then again, if not, then you have to sacrifice your 40 hours into the week so you can work and earn money to pay things so you can have a roof over your head and things like that. Because, yeah, life. Had two job interviews today. I'm not going to talk about them. One was for an auto technician position. The other one was for a production technician with a local pharmaceutical company. We'll see what position comes in. If I don't get an offer from any of them, well, keep applying to other jobs. It's always trying to find something that works for my schedule and that kind of stuff. I know what I can do. I know which schedule I prefer. I know also how many hours I want to work, honestly. And at my job right now, I work in online grocery shopping. I have decided I would prefer if I could only work 4 days a week because I don't like working 5 days a week. I don't want to do it. I don't like working 40 hours. I feel like that is way too much. My energy levels are not that high all the time. But unfortunately, I have to work as many hours as I get scheduled, honestly, because it's just life. But anyway, so today, after that, I went to the gym. I stopped at Zombie Planet, which is my local comic book shop, to check the events. Because tomorrow, Saturday, is free comic book day, and I'm planning on going to get my free comic books. Yeah, free comic books, because comic books are amazing. And I love comic books. I think I was going to wrestling practice today, but I think I'm going to change that. Instead of going to wrestling practice, I think I want to go um, to Albany to Zombie Planet because they have a game event center. So today is a game night, and I still haven't been able to go to that place. So I'm going to probably be doing that later on today. But I wanted to talk about one thing because I'm the kind of person that likes to make things. I get ideas, weird ideas, and it sometimes feel kind of weird that I get weird ideas. So that way, I make them. Like for example, I decided I'm going to teach myself how to make dice trays. So I decided I had to teach myself dice tray, and I came up with ideas. I used to make them myself, got the wood and everything. But I decided I got lazy. I just find things that I convert into a dice tray. And then I decided, what about if I purchase a cry cut machine and then I do artwork in the dice trays? And I've been doing that. I just did this one. This was a few months ago. And then I did this other one here, which has a little dragon. It's a purple one, purple and pink, and it has a dragon in the backdrop. And then, of course, you all have seen, if you have seen my previous video, I am working on one that will have LED lights. Yes, LED lights. Because I decided, oh, what about if I could add LED lights to the dice tray? So I took them. I decided I purchased some LED lights. I purchased my tray, which I didn't make it. I just purchased it, painted it, and then I decided I'm going to build in a particular way. And now I decided that I'm going to put the lights in the bottom of the tray. I'm drawing some stuff in there. I already glued some parts, and I'm going to put a clear PET that I'm going to cut to the dimensions of the bottom. I'm going to put that in there to hold it in place, and then the lights will be in the bottom, and then it will look really cool, I think. But yeah, that's me. That's my little brain that coming up with this ideas. What if I take this and put LED lights? I mean, like, that's how it happens. I was driving and I got the idea of like, what if I do that? What will happen? Can I do it? Can it be made? I don't know. Let's try it. And I don't have plans or specifications. Just kind of like, okay, I think I know what I want to do. And then it's like, maybe I should do it this way. So if you watch the previous video, you're going to get to see the change that I decided to do. So I can't wait till it's done. And when it's done, I will show it to you all. And this Minecraft chart, this one here was interesting. Look, it still works. This one here was interesting because this one happened. I was driving to work and I was like, Why do I have to work? Why don't we create mechas that we could control? Or maybe what about robots? Why if we design robots that can get to do our job for us and we don't have to do the job and I don't have to go to work and interact with people? I can just stay at home doing something. My little robot is just working there and doing the hard work for me. And I was like, how would that robot look like? I don't know. Well, what about if I made a robot? That would be fun. I don't know if I can make a robot. I don't know too much about electronics. Well, what if I make a robot puppet with some LED lights? I'm like, fuck, can I make a robot that? And then the idea struck to me, how will I make it? And it's like, oh, Knight Rider, Kid, Michael, that kind of stuff. And that's how I came with the idea to making this robot puppet, which I still haven't made the video that I want to make of having that robot puppet with my clown puppet, both of them talking. Some point I will make it. I promise. I promise I will make it at some point. It's just like I just been busy from being working. And now I plan on being working 40 hours in a few more weeks, which I'm not happy about because right now I feel like by reducing my hours and like going back to the 9 to 6 shift, my creativity has begun to come back again. So I feel much better about that. Also, I feel like resting. Also, I'm not resting every weekend. I only rest every month, every other month. Depending on where they do the shows, on which place I'm invited, which has been a little bit nice because I get some time off and I can do other things. Like last week, I went to see a game of uh, what it was, lacrosse. I never seen lacrosse, and I got to see a game of lacrosse. And you can see my video blog of my experience watching a lacrosse game right in the next videos that are below. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, this puppet, I was driving and it's like, what if I make a robot puppet? I'm like, whoa, how can I make a robot puppet? I don't know, but what if we would look like? And then it's like, oh, I know what I can do it with. Cardboard this. If I would have gone with a different material maybe instead, because cardboard, it can get damaged, all that kind of stuff. But cardboard is light. I can move it around, all that kind of stuff. I need to get a storage tote for him. But yeah, but I made a robot puppet. I made it. Why? Because I wanted to make a robot puppet. Because why not? I mean, like, it's cool. Look at the eyes. They pop up. It seems like he's alive now. It's fantastic. And this switch here, like the switch looks fantastic, the hooker switch that I bought. And if I had more time, maybe I would drill some holes and put some LED lights in here so a way it looks kind of like more interesting, give it more personality. I don't know. I mean, like, the sky's the limit of like what I could do with this, and maybe find a way of building arms for him out of like flex tubes. And I saw flex tube the other day, so maybe I would give him some tiny little arms of flex tube. That would be hilarious. That would look. And maybe I will give him a hat too, because I just put my hat, the hat that I used in the wrestling ring, in here, and yeah, it's my like ha ta da. That's me, PJ the Web. So I just put my hat in here, and I think I like the way that the Hobbit puppet looks like. The Hobbit puppet looks fantastic. It gives him more personality. So maybe I will get him a hat and put a hat too in the Hobbit puppet. I don't know, but I think he looks cool. I make him. I think the part that I like is like I made it, and all it came after I went to the manufacturing boot camp that I attended in January 2020, which I still have the certificate there. I got it from Hudson Valley, and they're doing another of those boot camp next week at Hudson Valley. So use this as a promo for that. But yeah, I like making things. I like learning how to make new things. And there are many different materials. You can learn how to sew. You're making things. You're being creative. I love being creative. But how does my brain come up with these ideas? Why? When I was younger, my parents would be like, why do you want to do that? I don't know. Because I want to. I want to try it. I want to try to make it. Why not? It would be cool. I think it will be cool. Like, that's why I made that puppet robot. I think it would be cool to have a puppet robot. And I made my own puppet robot. And that just happened. And then one time I was like at the supermarket, and me and my idea. So I was like, seriously, like, it is what it is. I was at the supermarket and I see a skull. And I decided, what if I can make a puppet skull? And I bought the skull and I tried to make it into, I think I might do some changes in this one, but I made a skull. and it can actually move the jaw. Let me see if I can do it. But yeah, I have a video where I show Scully, and and then my brain's like, what if I put some red LED lights in the eye sockets and see how it will look like? I think it would be fantastic, honestly. Like you have the red LED lights in there, and then like, so I may need to get another one of these calls, and then maybe put up because this one is sealed, so I may have to cut in one way or another. I'll have to cut behind somehow or underneath, so I can add the circuits for the LED lights, or maybe I could just make a new skull with like I don't know, like some kind of material. But I'm not very good in sculpting, so I don't know. But yeah, but I made this a mechanism here with some like uh, springs that I got at Home Depot, because you can get springs at Home Depot. So now when I push it, like the jaw comes back up. So that like yeah, like you can see the jaw working in action in there. So yeah, and like, but I wish I can have a different mechanism for this to control the the jaw movement. I think I wish I could have done it a different way, so it'd be easier to hold it in one hand instead of having to use two hands to hold the skull. But at the same time, it's the first time that I make something like this. So it's like, I don't know why, but I decided to make it and I made it. So yeah, I'm a little bit weird. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm weird. I'm odd. Like, and maybe that's why it's difficult for me to find somebody today, because I'm a weirdo. As I'm a weird person. I have a weird personality. I get excited about silly things instead of focusing about work, because I should be focusing about work. Life should be all about work. And the hustle and getting money. Fuck that. Life is short. Be a weird or different as you can, and enjoy life. Collect things that you like, and be happy. Find happiness. Tomorrow will never come, so at least I can say, hey, I made a robot puppet. Who else have made a robot puppet? Who else? Like, I know that there are robot puppets out there that you can buy. They make robot puppets, but who else can say, hey, I made my own robot puppet with LED lights? I can. Can you? Can you do that? Can you say that? Anyway, but it's also something to learn. Because about circuits, how light works, it's a circuit. It's a simple circuit. It's simple. It's easy to make. It's not like very difficult, honestly. But to me, just seeing like they made it just makes me happy. Make me laugh all the time. It's like I did this silly thing. Like so. Anyway, so yeah, I know it's a weird video blog, but I'm just happy that I've been able to show this video to all of you. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that, pick up something that you like to do. Maybe you have a crazy idea that, oh, what if I can make this? Wondering if you can make it. Give it a try. Maybe you will be able to make it. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Peace, everybody. Stay safe and be weird and odd. Yes.